Okay, so here is your May 2025 monthly housing market update for condos and townhouses. I already did the single family one, so you should be seeing that somewhere on YouTube there. But as of right now, we are doing the condos and townhouses only. So, number of units sold, we have 559. This is just the ultimate snapshot for you. So you have 559 units sold, which is down 19%. We're up 21.6% in new listings at 1103. And the number of units available, there's 2510, which is also an increase of 89.6%. Median price staying about the same at 307,000, but the effective availability is 4.5 months, 134% up. So let's dive in a little bit here. So number of units sold. So we're actually higher a growth from April 2025, where we sold 559. So that's up to 2.8%. However, it's still down 19% compared to last year. Again, interest rates are playing a huge factor in this. And as I said in the single family video, just in case you didn't watch that one, for this one, I'll say it. When you have a home that is listed right now, if you are not seriously considering offering incentives, just like a new construction home builder is doing, then your home is going to sit longer, as long as it's priced correctly. If it's priced below market value, you'll probably see more action. If it's priced higher market value, you're going to see nothing. So if you're priced perfectly well and offering incentives, and by incentives, I mean you're helping the buyer pay down their rate, you're helping them with a 2-for-1 buy down, something similar to that in interest rate, and you let your listing agent know that you want buyers to know about this, you'll get more traction. If your listing agent has no idea what you're talking about, give me a call, drop them, I'll help you. Because I will make sure your condo, townhouse gets sold properly. Number of new listings, there's 1103 new listings, and that is up 21.6%. So not only are we seeing a 21.6% increase in the amount of inventory on the market right now, there's also a huge decrease in sales. So I mean, that is telling you it is a buyer's market. That is for condos and townhouses, 100%, that is a buyer's market. It's just what it is right now. And as you can see, homes in 0 to 30 days right here, it's about 55% is being sold in the first 30 days. So those are people pricing their homes effectively, hearing all the offers and countering and going back and forth if they have to. Those are the sellers that actually get their home sold. 31 to 60 days is 21.6%. May of 2024 is 20.7. April 2025 is 22.2. So that has gone down. And I should say for the 0 to 30 days, that is up from April 2025, but considerably down, 10% down from May of 2024. So homes are being delayed a lot longer. So obviously it depends on where in the Vegas Valley you are, okay? However, your home is sitting a lot longer than it used to. And hopefully your listing agent is telling you this. So as we go down to the condos and townhouses, so number of closings, like we talked about, 559 units sold in May, but is down 19% versus the prior year. Again, pricing effectively, giving buyers incentives to buy your condo versus others, or going into a brand new construction townhouse or condo. It plays a major factor right now. And if you look at the trend lines, I mean, it's going up and down, up and down. We're going back up. So you could say that the number of closings is going to slightly keep going higher, as it should in the summer, but never know. They may slow down even more if we're not pricing effectively. I know I say that a lot, but I need to hammer that home because a lot of sellers really need to understand that. So if you really want to sell your house, you're gonna price it correctly. So we have 1,103 number of new listings. As you can see, that's kind of jumping up higher than it was in 2022. So huge buyer's market right now. If you're a seller right now and you have a condo and you have a townhouse, one or the other, you need to understand that there's so much more listings out there for a condo or townhouse. And a lot of it is inflation is happening, right? Interest rates are high, so people can't afford the single family home. They can afford a condo or townhouse. However, as you can see, listings are still going higher and higher, and there's less and less closings, which means you need to make sure that, again, pricing effectively, offering incentives, and anytime you get an offer, even if it's a low ball, terrible offer, like your home is listed for 307, which is the median price, and you get a $220,000 offer, that is a low ball. That is terrible. Keep them at the table because you don't know what you don't know. So if you counter them back at 305 from your 307 to 305, maybe they come up to 250, maybe they come up to 280 just to see what happens. You never know. So never let the deal die on your desk. That's what I've always been told, and that's what I go by. So every time I get an offer or I present an offer, I fully expect a counter and acceptance back. If it's a complete rejection, that means that you guys have no reason to sell. You guys don't want to sell the house. You are perfectly happy where you are, and I'll take my buyer to somewhere else. That's what it is. And going back to effective months of availability, 4.5 months, 134% increase over the prior year. That is huge. So we're at 4.5 months right here. Prior year around this time is right there, around 2. Yep, that is a massive increase. So if you're thinking that you need to sell your house now, or condo and townhouse now, you need to sell now. However, you are not pricing effectively. It's going to stay on the market considerably longer than you want it to. Just is what it is. So if you need to sell and you need to leave now, price it lower. Price it, I wouldn't say considerably lower, but price it low to try and create a frenzy of people. Okay, because there's 3 pricing options. The first one is the unicorn price that you're never going to get. There's one person that has always wanted that specific townhouse, that specific condo that they can't get anywhere else. Newsflash, you can get it everywhere else. There's so much more. Everything here is like a cookie cutter house, so it's going to be found somewhere else. The second option is price it right at fair market value, which, as you can see right now, for 4.5 months of effective months of availability, it's going to sit. It's going to sit for a while before you start getting real action. If you price it for the third option, which is low, okay, and by low we're talking $300,000 condo. That's what it's actually worth. If you price it at 270, you'll probably get pretty good action. I'm not saying it's going to sell at 270. I'm not going to say you're not going to be able to get it up to 300 with the bidding war or something, but that's how you get traction and get people interested. Other than that, that's it. Condos and townhouses is pretty easy. When it's a considerable buyer's market like this, it is what it is. You have to roll with the punches. If you're looking to sell, make sure that you get honest feedback from your listing agent. If you're thinking about selling or just want to know how much your home is worth, go to rosehomeslv.com/evaluation, and I will make sure to send that over to you. Just genuine, no bullshit, just a straight up answer, what I would list it for, what I think it's worth, all of that. I'll give you a whole detailed description of everything. So other than that, hope you have a good rest of the day. And if you have any questions, don't forget to ask. Thanks.